Hello, ladies and gentlemen, I'm the Innkeeper, and today I would like to welcome you all back to Prison Architect Megamax. Zooming out right there, the power is still strong within this prison right here. It's fantastic to see. It's eating time. All of our pigs right here are going to go over to their troughs and feast upon the disgusting, somewhat filling foods that we have for them. I don't know what's really inside of it, but pretty much my explanation right there. The details, if not to be quite mysterious, are still within the proper. I keep saying proper. I'm trying to come up with a word, but it's just gone. There we go. The sentence right there was a bit random. I understand this. It was all over the place. What I'm trying to say is that the food that we're giving them is questionable at best. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Okay. I could come up with references right now to that of, I don't know, we're feeding them people, you know, Soylent Green. You know, we could do that instead, but there we are. That's what we're doing right now. So some of you that have a keen eye probably are noticing a few things right here. One thing is that I have a few more spaces allocated for cell blocks. As you can see right here, the numbers have been crunched in. We have 78 cells per block. And also we have to remember that these blocks will eventually be cut in half, essentially, so that they are easier to manage if a riot were to break out. All of these doors aren't meant to be constantly open. They're just meant to open and close once we eventually get into a regime that is fit for everyone. We will never get into a regime that's okay for everyone, really, but okay for the general populace. At the moment, we have it set so they only have 2 hours sleep. We are going to see if that's a good or bad thing. At the moment, they're already getting a little bit needy about this sleep, which is a bit frustrating, considering... Oh, you know what? It's actually been quite a while. I don't know. We will find out. There's still quite a lot left for us to do, including work time, or work and lockup, which is probably what we're going to have. And that is... Other than that, do we have shower time? We did have shower time. What do we currently have on needs? Yeah, it's not too bad. Comfort is a bit good at the moment. We are going to have a hell of a lot of lockdown. In fact, we're going to turn that into... I would rather have 2 hours of lockup and then 2 hours of freedom and then 2 more hours of lockup. I like the idea of that, although we'll fit a yard in between. Yeah, that seems pretty good to me. Then we'll have our eating time followed by some more lockup, free time, and then sleep. Although I'd rather have lockup and then sleep myself, so we'll turn that into free time, and we will also move the yard time after eating. Is that really a good idea? We might turn it into free time and then yard. The thing is, if we make it free time and then yard, it means that they're going to go all the way back. Well, they're going to be scattered, whereas I'd prefer to have lockup so they're all in their cell blocks, and then it's easier for them to get up, go into the yard. But since we've just had some lockup, I don't know how bad this is really going to be, but we will find out. We do have quite a lot of yard time, and I don't think they're going to need that much. So you know what? We're just going to turn it into free time. I'm absolutely okay with that. Policies right now, not something that we are being particularly crazy about at the moment, but eventually we will need to do a few tweaks. Mostly when it comes to our sentencing for particular crimes, shall we say, within the prison. For instance, murder. If you murder someone, then you... What is this? So... Max, mid, min, down, up, none. Oh, that's very interesting. So you can pretty much send them to super. So if they commit a murder, they go right up to super. That is really cool. I didn't think that was going to be a part of the game, but I really do like that. And then, of course, up and down means that they go down to medium or up. So if they murder someone, then, you know, they go up to super. But if they, I don't know, what would make them go down? Why would I ever want to put them down? Serious injury. See, what if that's a serious injury to themselves? Then that would be nice if I could just sort of throw them into security or something. Well, to the safe sector or whatever. Safe sector, what the hell is it called? I can't remember. Protective custody, that's what it's called. I just really had the game running in the background. We are currently in the green when it comes to cash flow. Is that because we sold a bunch of stuff? I don't think so. I don't know why. We are accepting 10 more prisoners. There will we... Oh, wait, we don't have enough cells for 10 prisoners. Well, that's a lie, we do. We have this bit down here, which I suppose we should really turn into our new cell block and just get some more prisoners in. I don't really mind doing that, so let's get that done. Oh, guard tower. Oh, that's very cool. So, does this have to be outside? Unfortunately, it does. And that is very interesting. Okay. Unfortunately, it's a 2x2, not a 3x3, which really frustrates the hell out of me. We could put 2 of them down. What, per block? That seems silly to me. I suppose we could just plonk it down here, and it looks a bit untidy, doesn't it? We can have it in the middle. Yeah, I like that. Let's just put it in between these lines. I think that would cover enough space. That's, of course, when we eventually need a guard tower. So, a tower from which your snipers hide separately can watch over your prison. Although, really, having it along here is sort of pointless because they shouldn't ever be able to dig down here. We will probably have one right there in case someone thinks they're smart enough to dig all the way around. You know, because they'll probably be able to dig underneath the road. I don't know how it works. But I know they can't dig underneath perimeter walls. But we will probably have... Yeah, these ways are pretty much the only ways to dig out. So these need to be protected. We also need to have a fence around here. And then at the same time, they will probably have some sniper towers along this long stretch. Because why the hell not? It really depends. I don't know just yet how restrictive it is when it comes to perimeter walls and digging. But there we are. So let's get some cell blocks sorted out. Cell block. And so we want all of these. Some of these are apparently... There are no... Okay, just takes a little while to actually fix itself. So let's just do this. And we also will get the solitary done as well. So solitary down here. And at the moment, they're just mess solitary cells. They're nothing crazy. So there we are. Fantastic. Let's also go back to policies, because we also want to change this around a little bit. So escape attempt, that is definitely going to be a... I mean, this is just search. So we definitely want to search someone that's escaped. Well, attempted and escaped. Attempted and escape. Because that means that they probably have some tool that helped them to create the attempt of escaping. We also don't really want to do that, but we will put them in solitary for... If I go backwards, would it take me to the back now? Definitely not lockdown, because then they would sort of... If they have a tunnel in their cell, they're just going to go through it again. So if we put them in solitary for 24 hours, that'll really make them think about what they've done. If I hold shift, is it quicker? If I hold it down, it's not really quicker. That's a bit tedious, but oh well. It's probably an easier way to do it. Destruction. Not really. It doesn't really warrant anything, to be honest. We'll see how bad it gets. In fact, no. They should definitely get put into lockdown for... No, solitary for 1 hour. Because it means... Or 3 hours. Because it means we can go and repair what's ever in their cell block without our engineer or cleaner or whatever getting sort of beat the crap out of if they end up being in the cell block at the time. Attacked prisoner is definitely a search. Attacked staff is definitely a search. It's also going to be a solitary. See, nothing seems to speed this up. But that will be for 24 hours. Is 24 hours a bit severe? I don't know. Attacked prisoner is just going to be a lockdown for 12 hours. That's right, we don't care. But it just sort of keeps you out of arm's reach of everyone. Serious injury. Is that to oneself? Incident? I don't know. Intoxication. Definitely warrants a search and a solitary for probably 6 hours. Murder. I mean, we're going to sort of get rid of that. But murder is definitely a solitary. Can I make that into a permanent solitary? Because that's basically what I would like to do. Well, I don't know. It's a bit of an odd matter. Should be thrown in for 2 days. 33 hours. The break... Oh, okay. We can go further than 33 hours. Which is a little bit of a pause right there. 42 hours. Yeah, I like that. Found weapon. Search, search, search. We have to do a lot of searching. Is this going to overdo it a little bit? May do. Serious injury is the main one right now, that we haven't really changed much about. I mean, I just want to search, you know. If someone's done something, search them. There's lots of solitary. Lots of things can put you in solitary right now. For some reason, attacking a prisoner only puts you into lockdown. If you've done some serious injury, I'd rather you just get thrown into lockdown. Intoxication, definitely lockdown because you might have something in your cell. Found weapon, all the found stuff, you just get thrown into lockdown for 2 hours. It's not that insane. Yep, I like that. As for our nutritional policy, at the moment we're going to keep it on medium. And the parole cutoff. So if a prisoner has a reoffending rate less than this value, they will be released at the end of the parole hearing. 25% reoffending rate. I like that. Use cell quality rating. I don't know. Oh well. Cost per prisoner. So £12 per day. So 900 per day at the moment. It's quite a lot of money, but considering how many we get per prisoner, how much money we get per prisoner, I suppose it's not that bad. I really don't like how they're all together like that. What we also need to do is get rid of these walls, because we don't really need them anymore. They are just a little bit pointless, so we are going to get rid of them. Demolish wall. I'm kind of glad, to be honest. They were a little bit of an eyesore. I would still like it if these poked out, though. So we'll keep that the same, but we will make these two bits poke out, and the same with these two. Just an easy way to filter everything. At the moment, I'm going to keep these here just for future reference, but at the moment I'm okay with that. Now, I did look up food and how to ration correctly, so let's see. So, for low quality and no variety, you can feed 80 prisoners with 2 fridges, 4 cookers, 4 cooks, and 1 serving table, 10 tables, and 20 benches. Now, that's low quality and no variety. Now, right now, we have it on medium. If we go back to our policy. So, medium quality, medium variety. And I mean, you know, the numbers are really going to start going up. We need more cooks and more cookers. You know, at the moment, we have 6 cookers. And how many cooks do we have? I'm looking at the wrong thing. Stuff. There we go. We only have 5 cooks. Yeah, we could definitely do with a hell of a lot more than that. So, increasing the amount of cookers that we have is definitely the next big step. So, if we do that. Now, I don't know the numbers, since I didn't really look up too much on what I would need to feed X amount of prisoners. For instance, 100 prisoners. You know, what do we need for 100 prisoners at medium variety, medium quality, which is sort of the standard. I don't know what we really need for that. I just know what we need for low quality. So, what is it? You're one of high... What am I trying to say? You want a high variety and quality to better... Anyway, the needs of your prisoners. With high quality, you will need 3 times as many fridges, cookers, cooks, and serving tables. So I'm imagining with medium quality, you're going to need 2 times of what is required. So, but that doesn't also include variety. I don't really know what kind of modifier or demodifier or whatever having high variety does add. Tell you what, though, we do need to actually add a floor here. So let's do that as well. Ceramic floor. Very expensive floor. Not really my best idea, is it? Should have gone for something a bit cheaper. There's also a lot of planning around I need to sort out. And at the same time, this cell block right here means that we also need to get rid of this particular section of our canteen. Not ideal, but it's okay. We can sort it out. Oh, of course, our new prisoners. So now we have 156 cells, which is fantastic to see. What do we have? Yeah, so right now, the canteen can hold 128 per small eating zones. This is what I counted up myself. So this is an eating zone, as it were. So the small eating zone, it has 128 capacity for prisoners. The, well, 256 for both of them. Why is the ground right here really bright? Is it because it's clean? Or am I actually using a different type of flooring? I'm not. It's just cleaner? I think so. Can't really tell. Is it not marked as Canteen? Oh, no. That's probably what it is. Oh. Yep. Not marked as Canteen. Well, okay. Not the end of the world. But certainly not fantastic. At the moment, we'll not mark this bit. Because I don't want them walking around here. But everything else is fine. Of course, we also have this little section right here. I think because this is how I want to extend the eating troughs that we have right here. And also, I pretty much would like to just add 2 more lines of benches right here. So, I've also counted up a large eating zone, which is this one right here, which is 192 per big eating zone, which all together, with all these put together, is 768 altogether. So, yeah. Well, these is 768. So at the moment, if we had all of these areas that I have planned right here as benches, we can serve 1,024 prisoners, which is pretty good considering we can only have 78 prisoners per cell block. Until, of course, we change these solitary cells into normal cells, of which case that can go up by an extra 12. Yeah, there are lots of numbers going on right now. I can't imagine it's the most interesting thing in the world to listen to, but I just felt like talking about it. So, there we go. I also don't really want to have any doorways through the infirmary and the storage area at the moment. I do quite like the idea of the prisoners coming through this area to sort of get scanned, as it were. But even then, that's sort of a vulnerability that I really do need to think about. Since at the moment, the infirmary is a little bit out of place. Storage is okay. I really don't like how these doors don't properly interact, but that's just an annoying thing we have to sort of get used to. Do I have any cleaning cupboards nearby? I probably don't. Because they don't seem to do anything. The cleaners, that is. What kind of area can we have nearby? I mean, we've got to... This is going to be a cell block. This is going to be a cell block. And for some reason, this door should not be open. The hell? Why was it open? What's going on in here? I have no light sources in here, do I? No, I don't. That's why it's so dark. Is that the same for the shower? Kind of, yeah. For some reason, when I built this place, it didn't have any lights. I mean, I say for some reason. It probably didn't for a good reason. Like, I probably misclicked this auto light functionality or something. Also, I need to quickly go and stop Merv from biting what the hell he's biting, because it's getting really annoying. Is this inside or outside? I'm pretty sure it's outside. Indoor only. There we go. Just thought I would double check. We still need to get cameras sorted out. Oh, and at the same time, how are these cookers doing? Yep. It's looking good. Also, getting 2 more chefs might be a good idea. We get 1 more chef. It does say you have to double it, so really we should have 8 chefs. 8 chefs, but that's if we want to facilitate 80 prisoners. At the moment, there seems to be a bit of an incident going on right here. That's because there is. If we can get ourselves another guard, that'd be very useful. I don't really fancy the chances of 2 guards for some reason. There we go. Having a 3rd one's really going to help out. So unfortunately, our prisoner right here played up again. Now that's just his bastard fault. That's what happens. Ooh. Bit of an incident going on right there. I wonder why. So now I'm assuming it might be rival gangs. Now that would not be good if that is to be the case. If we go over to our intelligence and look at gangs. Yep. I think that's probably what just happened there. Oh, you know what? That's not the case at all. Tell you what, Blue Gang has a lot of members. That's sort of worrying. Considering that we only have 2 guards. I don't really know what happened there. Ooh. Get over it. There we are. Found. A little bit of a fight going on. So what is this prisoner? I don't know why there was a fight, to be honest. Let's see. Extremely tough. You're quite volatile. Okay, that doesn't help. You're a skilled fighter. I imagine there's some sort of information we can find on them. What else have we found around here? Tell you what, there's quite a few items that we have over here. Yeah, loads of scissors have been stolen from here. But of course, this was quite a while ago, so 62 hours ago. I'm pretty sure we didn't have our... 161 hours ago, there's a baton that was stolen from here. But we found it as they were coming out. There we go, that's good. So the metal detector is already working out for us, which is great to see. Do we also connect these up? Yes, we have all the phones over connected up, other than these two. Oh. Is it too many phones? Seems a bit buggy. Come on. Doesn't seem to want to work. Right, tell you what, let's go out of that. Let's clear connections and let's reconnect. I don't... Is it because the game's paused? Yeah, that's why. It's because the game is paused. Very confusing. Alright, there we go. So we're listening to all those phones. We should be doing the same thing up here as well. Looks like Merva's also stopped doing what the hell he's doing, but now instead he is just eating a shell like a little bastard. Why are you constantly tormenting me, parrot? No, stop. Please. Anyway. Plenty of numbers to crunch. Righty then. So, let's get rid of these walls. Before we do that, however, let's also make sure that we have some concrete walls splitting these apart. That's a good point. Did I write down serving tables as well? One serving table. Really? That's low quantity, though. I keep saying quality. I mean quantity. Variety is quality, I imagine. 80 prisoners. One serving table is apparently good enough for 80 prisoners. I find that really hard to believe. Even at low quantity. Even though we have quite a few right now. I don't know. It's eating time, though. We do currently have 2 hours allocated to eating time. Of course, we do have free time right afterwards, so that if they do want to eat, they can continue to do so. Having free time after them would also be a good idea, because having 2 hours for them to eat doesn't seem to really make much of sense. I'm going to needs right now, because I want to see what they do. So if we go to regime, it's going to be free time. And I'm imagining some of some of them are still eating because it's free time. Okay, good. So that's what I wanted to see. Absolutely fantastic. Really weird how these lights are just sort of oddly above some of these benches, but there we go. Fantastic. Right, so we blocked that bit off, we blocked this bit off. So now what we can do is demolish these walls. Let's do that. Now, getting some programs sorted out would probably be a good idea. I imagine... What's the big need at the moment? Literacy. We've got alcohol and drugs. So, free prisoners definitely want this need fulfilled. The same thing with alcohol. So, we do have a classroom right here that we can use. And also this one up here, although we could probably add a few more school desks. So, what do we need for this particular program? Oh yeah, at the same time, we should probably get... I mean, this is free money. May as well just pick it up. We did that. Do we not have 2 doctors? Hire a gardener. Don't I have a gardener either? Seems a bit weird. Okay, we'll get ourselves a gardener. Why the hell not? A gardener and our doctor... At the same time, we can get ourselves some more rooms now. Do I want to actually sort of help separate the room a little bit more? Kind of do. I like the idea of having this area be its own little bit. How am I going to do that? If we do some quick planning. I don't know, it just feels like this bit I can block it off with. But I suppose I could block it off there. Add a doorway here. It's really hard to see with the planning. We can block this off. And then have a doorway there. Seems a bit weird. Yeah, there's no point, really. I don't like this bit down here. This seems a bit out of place to me. There's just lots of room I'm not doing anything with, and I don't like the idea of just sort of having it sit there. It's the same thing with this walkway as well. I mean, we can just sort of have it block it, just block off like that. Why the hell not? But I don't really see the point. Is there really any aesthetical reason for this? I mean, we'll see what it looks like. Why not? I don't really care about it. We'll leave it for now, I suppose. How's heat looking in there? How's temperature looking anywhere? Everywhere, really. We don't really have much of a temperature going on in reception, do we? Which is probably not the best start in the world. So, you know what? If we get ourselves a boiler... Is something wrong with this holding cell? There are no canteens accessible by the cell. Prisoners in the cell will have nowhere to eat.